We're pinning off two of the best legendary champions in a Hydra showcase, Razelvarg versus Cupidus. Who is going to do the most damage? Let's find out. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Blazing here, and thanks for joining me on another Raid Shadow Legends video. Okay, so the last time we did a damage test, it was between two enemy max HP hitters, and I asked you guys to let me know who you want to see next. So during last Monday's live stream, and I know I'm a little bit late with this, but we ended up, testing on Nightmare and on Brutal to see if Razelvarg and Cupidus, first of all, were going to be viable, and if they were, who was going to be the best one. Now, the builds on both of these champions are a little skewed, right? I have, unfortunately, my Cupidus, who is a +2, and my Razelvarg, who is not ascended, right? No ascensions on him. Unfortunately, I didn't go for that path. But that said, I try to make the battle as fair as possible, right? Making sure that they both were at least in something that was going to give enough damage output. And I feel like because of the composition that we're running, we're unkillable most of the time, so we can just build for pure damage. We don't need to worry about any survivability. So with that said, let's go over the builds, and then we'll go through the run and show you guys exactly who was the best. All right, so first up is going to be Cupidus. Now, Cupidus is built with a lethal, right? So he's going to get 10% crit rate and 25% crit damage. As for stats wise, what do we have on him? 57k HP, 8.9k attack, just shy of 9k. Nothing crazy, right? Speed wise, we got him built at 183. We don't really need him too fast for this, right? He will work perfectly fine in our arena build. 104 crit rate, 336 crit damage, and we don't care about accuracy or resistance. As for skills, we do have him fully booked. Now, the question is, do you really need him fully booked? Honestly, if you just use his A1, that does enough damage where I don't think it matters. But I guess if you're trying to mid-max the damage, it could help, right? Or it will help. Masteries wise, we came down offense and defense. We took Helm Smasher, Kill Streak, we took Cycle of Violence, Opportunist, we took Ruthless Ambush, we also did take Whirlwind of Death, Keen Strike, Heart of Glory, and we took Deadly Precision. Now on the defense tree, we did come down, we take Deterrence, we did take Retribution along with Delay of Death, we did take Resurgent, and we did take Blastproof along with Skin. All right, so Razelvarg is more of an interesting build because of his passive, right? So because of the composition that we're using, we can't have them going at crazy high speeds, right? So if we built Razelvarg with like a 230, 240 speed, by the time his passive kicked in and was fully maxed out, he'd be running at 330, which would definitely not help him stay unkillable. So with that, the solution was to actually make him a little slow. That said, we've got him with a 6-piece Merciless and a 2-piece Cruel, trying to boost that damage output. So he's going to have 35% Ignore defense along with the 5% from the Cruel, right? Stats wise for him, we've got him built with 6.491 attack, almost 6.5. We do have him built with 138 speed. Now do remember that Razelvarg's damage is based off the speed and the attack, right? So if you're using him in a normal composition, you wouldn't build him this slow. So his damage would be a lot higher, right? Or his attack or damage multipliers will be a lot higher. We have him built with 100% crit rate, 238 crit damage. Now the resistance kind of just really happened because of the build. It is what it is. And because we don't need the leech, because we are 100% unkillable, I didn't really care about any accuracy. I just try to go as much damage as possible. Booking situation, we do have him fully booked. We don't have a blessing, as I stated earlier. It's really tough, I guess, for the blessings. It really depends on what you have, right? And what your team needs, but Cruelty is always a pretty good one for him. Masteries wise, we did come down. We took Helm Smasher, we took Methodical, we did take Bring It Down along with Single Out. We did take Heart of Glory with Keen Strike and Deadly Precision. As for the support tree, we came down, we took Master Hexer, we took Sniper along with Lore of Steel, we did take Cycle of Magic, we also did take Swarm Smiter along with Arcane Celerity, we took charge focus, and we took pinpoint accuracy. These were basically built, this was a build that I had using him prior for a brutal team. It worked out well, we'll put it that way. All right, so just like in the last composition that we had, both our MX are still doing the same thing, right? A3, A2. Now, Cupidus here is going to have a little bit more of an advantage because he's being partnered with Venus, right? So he's going to be able to counterattack with that A1 every time he gets hit, but that will also trigger the Fear Head. And as you can see here, the only situation or the only thing that we have that's saving us from the Fear Head is Suhanara, right? So she'll cleanse us every turn. As for Razelvarg, we are using the A1 and then the A3 and then the A2. Cupidus, we turned off the A3 because it's a single target, so we want to see how much damage he can do just pure AoE. So he did A1, A2, that's all he's doing. All right, so it's time to tell all, right? Here we go, we're gonna start the run, see how it goes, and I'll catch you guys at the end of this.
The year is 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony, until one day a young man catches fire. This is Phoenix.
Like a phoenix, you burst in.
All right, so 200 and almost 18 million damage 30 minutes later. Now, granted, with this team, we didn't have an increased attack, so I feel like the number could have been a lot higher. I should say that we did try to bring in Doom Priest to keep us cleansed. The problem is Doom Priest brings in that crit rate damage, or increased crit rate on the A1. It just didn't work. We did try it on Nightmare, and we ended up, you know, we couldn't really get the team to work for some reason. I'm guessing it's probably because of Razelvarg's passive. It just kept screwing up. So, and Razelvarg is kind of squishy, so it was better off to do it on Brutal. But with that said, we've got Cupidus coming in at 74.6 million, almost 75 million. Razelvarg coming in at 64.3. Again, Cupidus had a little bit of an advantage where he was able to counterattack with the A1. He is a +2, so his stats were way better than Razelvarg's. Razelvarg did have a lot more ignored defense built in his kit, but I feel like the overall winner here is probably Razelvarg. You can let me know in the comments down below if I am wrong, but I feel like Razelvarg takes this fight. That said, let me know who you guys want as the next damage test to be done. We're going to try to do it again on Nightmare. Sometimes if we can't, we can try to do it on Brutal and at least see. I mean, I have just about every single champion. They may not be booked, but if it helps out, I'll get it done. We'll figure out some way of booking champions. Hopefully not calling it MX. That said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did or found any of this helpful, smash that like button up, consider subscribing to the channel. And if you got some time, swing by on Sunday, 2 p.m. EST to join us for the Knights of Teleria podcast, where we talk everything Raid Shadow Legends. We talk about the good, talk about the bad, talk about a lot of the ugly. I do want to say, Plarium, lately you've been kind of doing a great job at keeping up with things, developing the game, making it a little more, I guess, fun, right? If Raid is fun. Let me know in the comments down below. Is Raid fun for you or not? As always, guys, much love, much appreciation. Be safe, be well, be good to each other, and I'll catch you guys next time.